Okay, why don't we do a little bit of the Chopin then? Let's start with that. Okay. And I'm going to stop you. I'm not going to hear the whole thing this time. Okay?
Are we going to start from the beginning again?
Yes, we're going to start from the beginning again, your favorite place. And what were we talking about to get you to really play that beautiful first phrase marvelously?
Don't think too much.
Don't think too much, right. And it matches the melody. Don't think too much. You're doing some things that are so beautiful, Sharon. So why don't you tell me what you thought about your playing of the beginning of this? What do you think of the first phrase?
Do I put the pedal down first or do I start it first?
Oh, what a good question. I would put the pedal down. Right, to open up the dampers. Oh my gosh. And I liked how you lingered over that. So once you linger here, Sharon, can you let it move? And your pedaling was nice there. Na, 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 na. And again, let it move. Because the first time he writes ritardando is right there, right? Because otherwise, it's the same thing over and over again, right? It's not interesting. That's really, really quite nice. The second time when you play this, can you feel like you are just starting to dream instead of making it very careful. So a little bit more time, and let your body and your arms do kind of like a swan motion. So watch me for a moment after you play that. So just a little bit more clear on your paddle. Okay, so let's do the second one of these. You're in a dream state. For those people out there that don't know that your fifth finger was stuck in a door once, let's not make that be a big deal. So instead of curling your fifth finger up, can you feel like you are sinking more, and then let your whole arm come around and watch your fifth finger. Oh my gosh! See, then it doesn't have some weird look.
I use 4.
You use 4. That's okay. Use 4 and then go to 3. Down. Yes, you look so much better, right? And that beautiful, love for that note, and then it dissipates is gorgeous. Yes. Good, and then you don't have some funky little fifth finger there. Good. Okay, great. All right, so mezzo voce. What do we say that meant? So Sharon, to get that feeling of that half voice, can you feel like your wrist is really supple? So your wrist and your forearm, they're just much more fluid. So that you get that half sound. And then this can be clearer, right? So be very comfortable. All right, with just, do you know what it means to be supple? Right, you could take something and you can just, you scrunch it all up. It's very, so it's like your garlic pillow at home. So start off a little bit more intimate, a little bit more sentimental. Yes. Oh my goodness, beautiful phrase. I know that you're like, oh my gosh, here we are on a big steamliner across the ocean.
He didn't say no though.
Well, Chopin
He
said,
didn't put piano.
oh yes, but he did put a decrescendo, right? How about if we take that pedal with a grain of salt. If you really do take your pedal off of that last beat, it's a bit of a shock.
This one?
I'm talking about this one. Let's go back to that one, and let's keep your pedal down a little bit longer. Maybe you don't need to change it. Can we experiment with it? Can you do it both ways? And if you keep it down and just listen for the tops. Ooh, if you can get it that quiet, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. What not to do in this piece. Yeah, so, and you wrote oh, which was really nice. I don't know what that was from, but now you're even more oh-ing. And can you push this a little longer? Keep it along to there. Da, 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 da. Oh my gosh. Oh, one time. So just a little bit less on a big ocean liner. Can you take it from, where are you? Starting from here. Good. I get to say, oh, now it was beautiful. Good. Oh, Sharon. Don't you love that? Do you love it? Yes, That makes perfect sense. Pacing now. Do you like it now? Show me what you did before that was funky. What did you used to do? And why did we decide that was an interesting interpretation, but why is the new one better?
Although I was slow and it was not in tempo.
Wasn't in tempo, right, and he doesn't say anything to change the tempo, right? And it's really not all that interesting, right? It's not this colossal, amazing section, right? It's not like we're gonna put those three measures on a spaceship and put it out for the next generations to hear it, right? So it's just a beautiful bridge section going to the next section. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so let's take the last utterance of that gorgeous theme. thinking, oh my gosh, that F isn't playing? Okay. Yeah. So if that happens, what is our last? Oh, here. Can you really be on a key and then feel like you're much lower so that when you sink, you're really just right there, okay? Because accidentally you could be somewhere here and then, oh, it's not really sounding. Okay. This is really nice. We were talking about both of those being the same, right, with a tied note. You actually played that one over again. Did you notice that? Just be aware of it, that they're the same. Okay. Yeah, so just be aware of that. Okay. Now here you've got to this very nice prim and proper girl again. Right? And that one is kind of like, okay, I'm at my first dance recital and it's going to be really perfect and I'm going to be on point. So how do we get this mezzo voce sound again? What did we do in the beginning? What do you have to do with your physical gestures? You have to exaggerate, okay, all of your round motions, your swan gestures, and also your sinking, and that will give you that really beautiful melting sound. Okay, good. You're just a little bit more, really, really excited about this, but it's just half voice, right? I'm saying to you, oh my goodness, can you believe that you're gonna play on the national finals of MTN? 3, 1. Oh my gosh, that's it, right? That's the sound that you want. Good. Now, a little bit more excited and then let it go. Keep going. Okay. Now, what did you not like about it? You have a question?
No, nothing.
Really?
Yeah,
What did you
I
not like
asked
about it?
before.
But tell me.
What did I not like about it?
Yeah, because your face went into a crumple. Instead of going, "Da." Did you see me? This is what your face should do. And you went,
No, whenever
Yes.
I have to do like really small sound making sad and then my face goes like that.
oh, I see. Because you're such a sensitive person. But it also can be misconstrued as something that you didn't like about your playing, right?
No.
Yes, it could. It really could. Hope, didn't you think that there might have been something wrong with her? If she went like, like, oh, I don't like my sound.
No.
Right, yes. So, yes. So show the audience exactly your feelings, but I don't think your feelings are like somebody hurt you, right? Look at this. I can understand that you're aching with pain. I understand that. But can it be more of an ache where you're just more. All right, just something to think about. Now, can I ask you about 2 pedal points? Pedalings. What about that compared to this? Okay, so that one. How about if you change that A flat? Good. And then there's another one right after. Da. Tell me about these. Da, da, here. I know that there's nothing in this score about changing your pedal, but otherwise, right, if you don't, right, it gets a little bit murky, right? Oh my gosh, and then that gives you the opportunity to enjoy which hand more. Right, you could do more with the left hand. Sorry. Oh my gosh, you could make a beautiful duet between your top voice and your low note. just totally fabulous? You have 2 repeated notes in the left hand, right? So if you take care to listen, so that the second one is different than the first one, because otherwise, it's the same sound, right? And it's not as musical, right? It's not as beautiful. Very nice. Okay, so what else just needs to be fixed? Something with the pedaling now. Change right there, yes. Do I change it? I do change it. I do change it with both F flats. Yes. Good, and I won't speak because I want to hear that again. And I do change it with the E flat too. Some little quarter pedals. Ooh, quarter, quarter, quarter. Ooh, do you hear how lovely and clear that is? Oh, I know. Yeah, so now it sounds even better. I know. I know.
How do you say my fingering? But still, how do I do it?
How do you do what?
How do I do fingering here?
The fingering. The third finger down. Yes, and you just slide your top. Yes. Yes.
Do I have to play?
That's better. That's better. I'm glad you really thought about it before you played it. Yes, and just thinking about a supple wrist, just feel your whole playing apparatus sinking, 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 sinking. That's nice voice. Good. Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's really just, we have to make sure that we're playing those 2 notes absolutely together, right? And it really is all about sharing, listening to the sound, right, before you play it, and preparing your wrist to drop. Right, so prepare and then sink. Good, good. Just one tiny little thing. It's really good. When you sink, can you sink first and then roll around? Because you don't give yourself time enough to sink, and your sound could be even better. Do you hear that? So take time to sink. Yes, that's better. Right. It's snowing out there. We're so energized in this piano lesson, but if we were at home and just wanted to sleep, just think about putting your head on your beautiful pillow. Okay, so sink into your pillow. Good. And go and do that again at your pedal. Continue with your pedal.
Why am I out there?
I don't know. Right, you're way out there. Good. Okay, let's keep going. Da, 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 bum. And think about what kind of facial expression. Even if you did this, like, oh, I'm so sad, like this. But if you do this, it looks like you're upset with your playing, and you're not. It's beautiful. Oh, you did it again.
I didn't wait.
Okay, so wait a second. So you're here, and then what happens to that sound if you're like this? Oh. All right, so sink even more back into your big fluffy pillow. Good, and then be on the key. Okay, so it's all very, very pretty. We need to get this section of your piece to sound like when you play your Chopin concerto and you won the competition here, right? So when were playing that Chopin, you were just so free, right? And we've said it many times that it was almost like you just felt, like completely free. And the Italian word is abbandonata. Is abandoned, like you could go anywhere, right? If somebody said to you, where do you want to go in this world this afternoon? And you could say, I'd like to go here and here and here, right? And then we get on the plane and we go, right? There's just no worries, we just enjoy it. So we need to get these 2 pages to feel like that, all right? You know the notes, okay? The pedaling is beautiful, your phrasing is beautiful. Now we just need it to feel like you are more free. Okay, so how do we do that? That's a good question, isn't it? So here, can you feel like you're going to that downbeat? And then those 3 accented notes. Oh my gosh, where does Chopin lead you? To the downbeat with a rolled chord, right? So can you let all those go forward? Okay, so now, do you know what you did when you did this? It's almost like you stopped at that bar line and then you went da 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 da. Ah, okay, so can you think that there's not a bar line there at all? All right, and let's say somebody said to Chopin, okay, we know that you've been living in Paris, but you know what? You get to go back to Poland, right? And he would be, oh, you're kidding me. I get to go? Right, so the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, sit there, and let your left hand always lead you to the next phrase, okay? So if your right hand isn't doing anything that's leading you, let your left hand lead you.
Did I spell it right?
Overwhelmingly happy.
Overwhelmingly.
Overwhelming. I-N-G-L-Y. Yeah. Overwhelmingly happy. Yes. Okay, so pretend there isn't a bar line here for sure. Okay. Da 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 da. It's gonna be so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, can you hear there? exciting in that. I love what you're doing here. But this sounds a little bit too meditated, premeditated, right? I know I'm supposed to drink a glass of warm water in the morning. Right? It's kind of like everything is prescriptive. Can you let that mold? Sorry about that. So instead of coming up on the pedal, how about we just change the pedal? We're going to change it so it's much more lush. You lost your roll, yes. Dum, dum, dum. Enjoy the whole Yes, and you did do odd tempo.
Well, kind
That's
of.
good. All right, yeah. So it all depends on, if you do like, can you really feel like, okay, now I'm in Poland. You can take more time there. Okay. And then you get more and more accelerated. Now, the cute little thing that you do, then you go da, da. Do you really want to have that much of a shock of a contrast in sound? Is it because you're looking at Leggero and you think, oh, it has to be so
we
sweet
have this
and light?
written down.
Yes, I'm totally great with you taking time. But it also has to be in context of, it's nothing piano really there, right? So much better, right? Because if it gets too meek too soon, it's like Chopin suddenly has had, yes, a fit of tuberculosis. Instead, he's still exalted, right? This is so exciting. Good. Okay, so let's take it from here. Where were you right there, Donna? You want to do the whole section again? Oh, yes, sure. Because when I'm gone, I know that these are really tricky. How are you going to practice these so that they get faster? Because you can do them so well in your Ravel.
I can do it faster. How
What?
fast can we do it?
If you could do it as fast as possible, that would be good. I haven't practiced that in a long time. Yes, that's better. Yeah, that's better. And then can you feel like you're taking your time once you get into the E da 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 da. So don't slow down and then suddenly say, oh, here's my improv section. I'm totally exaggerating what you did, but So go into the E is what I'm trying to say. Da, E, da, 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 da. Okay. And going to, yes. Wow, that's so nice. Now I know that this is a difference in how we both play scales, but you could go faster if you didn't lock your wrist. So if you didn't do this, if you went like this. Can you do the second one starting on the D? No. Yeah, good. Good, and go faster. Yes. There you go. Yeah, so again, just think of a nice supple wrist. Watch your wrist in your forearm. Yeah, and when you get it to your thumb. Yeah, can you drop on your thumb? Because you need to, yeah, you need to relax. To release. Right. Good. Yeah. Yeah, so then it's the same thing again on the D. Good. Drop. Drop. Yes, good. Nice. Yes. Good. Very nice. Whoa, they're so fun to play like that. Yeah, take your time to release when you do it. Good. Fluffy pillow again down there. Yep. Good. Yes, good. Wow. You're amazed how fast you can play. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, so work on it like that. Very, very good. All right, so now, this is our lovely spot with the with the tempo in 6. The last time you played it was the best I've heard it.
Of course.
I know, really good. And there was one spot where I just said, keep counting, because there was just a couple measures where it went out of sync. Yeah. Okay, so shall we take it from this beautiful location?
And how slow can I go?
How does it feel to you?
Because before I do the thing as much
Oh, you mean at the end of this? Of
the third section.
Just let it dissipate. You know, one day's going to be different than another, but I tell you, when you work to get those to be faster, you're just going to feel your place, how it should be. Yes, 2, 3, 1, 2. Was that note down there? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 'cause it's actually dragging a little bit. And you know what's going to help you? Can you see what I'm doing with my arms? It's like I'm always in fluid motion, right? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if I'm in fluid motion, which I am, I know exactly how long that should be. 1, 2, because then I'm at the end of or the top of the keys, and I know that it's time to move on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, so chin up for one moment. Go ahead and put your hands on top of my forearm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. exactly the length of my notes. Yes. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That is so much better. How's that feel? How different is it? It's very different. Sound is really good, and then your tempo. I think you could probably go faster a little, later, just because you got to get used to it. Right, you'll be able to do that. But now at least you have the physical gestures. So can you give a little bit more of your high point of your phrase, Sharon? This would be a great place to think of sinking drop. Can I hear you that one right at the beginning of that measure? Two gorgeous repeated notes. Right. So make them different. Keep going. So tell me about that whole section. What do you think?
I feel
How do you
sometimes a little too much like going back and forth.
feel? Back and forth, as in where? I mean, we fixed all that tempo, so now it's suddenly not going back and forth through all that. Okay, through there.
I mean, I'm still singing, but sometimes it'll be like too much. I mean, I like it, but sometimes I feel too much too.
Too much too. All right, so why don't we do that section again? Oh.
And also,
So how about if you just play the left hand so that you get the idea of what you want to hear in that lovely left hand, right? And then you can let your right hand do what it wants.
and also here, I'm
Yes.
doing evenly slower.
Oh, I
It's
see.
like
Okay.
that.
All right. It really is with your left hand. Okay, so let's play your left hand by itself. Can you take it from 1, 2, 3, 4, the beginning of that line? All right, now. Can those be a little bit more clear? So just a little bit more pedaling on all those notes that you like to. Yes.
Paddle.
Yeah. Hold on. You can put on all those.
Yeah.
Pedal, pedal, pedal. Yeah. Yes. Nice. So do you think it's a little odd that he goes from da 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 da? So can we make that space just sound like it's not a total? And I know it's supposed to be a surprise. So maybe not so short off of it. What do you think? Da, da, da. Because otherwise it's like, whoa, what happened? And can you feel like you're moving your whole body into the next downbeat? Yep. Yeah, that way it connects,
So still hold my paddle.
You hold it just for a little bit longer. You can hold it all the way through there. Yeah, you can hold it. So your pedal just comes off when you have your resting or moving. Good, good, good. And there's just one other little thing. Tell me the difference. And this. Which one's better? The second one. Because it just gives it a little bit more, here we go. Right, so enjoy that downbeat more. Ooh. You're a little bit harsh. So feel it from your upper arm down. So drop that lovely, happy, hanging humorous. Yes. Wow. That's so nice. That's good. It's like you have a nice bridge, right, to connect the two. Because before it was just, now we stop.